First off, I want to say I'm actually your grandson talking to you. Thought we'd establish that, but I may refer to you as Ruth because people watching this will be not
right.
Yeah, from the grandson's perspectives.
Yeah, what?
Not quite what we're doing.
It could be. You could call me Frosty.
Well, I could.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of strange because that's what people call me sometimes.
Do they?
Now we're outside the back of your place in Mooloolaba in Queensland and in southeast Queensland in Australia. We've been living for how long now?
Nearly 21 years.
And came up here because it's cold in Victoria, wasn't it?
Yes, we were looking for a climate change. Yeah.
And also you live up here with your daughter Jan.
Yep.
And recently, you've been doing a lot of writing.
Oh yes, I've always been writing. But of course, recently I've published my first book.
And we're going to get into that. That's called Pavlovas to Popcorn, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. But you've been married for 62 years to Bill.
Yep.
And you play Scrabble every day still.
Yep.
Who's winning?
Well,
over the 62 years.
I mean, Bill is blind, and he's also can't hear. He's deaf, but he still beats me at Scrabble. Believe it or not, I do all the looking up the dictionary because he can't. Although it is a big print. And our Scrabble board is also a big print. It's especially for people who are having trouble seeing. So, but it does keep the grey matter at bay. I tell you what, growing old is not for wimps. Bill's 88 and I'm 83, and they're just numbers, really, because we don't act any differently than we did before, except we do it slower.
And you've been working on, you've released one book, and it's out now, and you want to write how many more?
Well, I'm on my fourth book at the moment, and I would like to do, I'd figure about 6 more. There'd be about 6 more after that.
That means you've got to kick around for a lot longer.
Probably 150.
To achieve everything that you want to achieve. Why do you write? Why do you...
Well, for one thing, it's great therapy. But then I've always been a storyteller. And I think, finally, now that I'm computer-wise, putting it on the computer... Oh, that is great because it does all your corrections for you, and I've never been good with punctuation. So even that is becoming better. No, I really think it's great therapy, and I think everyone in my age group or even younger should really write down all their stories, because the children of today just are not interested in finding these things out. And it's not until they grow a little bit older that they realize that they've missed an awful lot.
Did you, when you were younger, you've written diaries for quite a long time?
Oh yeah, I think I've always had a diary of some kind going, and of course, being a war bride, and I went over on the ship, I had my diary in my hand most everywhere I went, and took notes and made sure I got all the information I needed for later on, not knowing then that I was going to write a book.